overcome today. Welcome to Sold Out TV. Yes, we are the Blended family. Once again, I'm not here alone, otherwise I wouldn't be complete. I'm here with my young, beautiful wife, Ntabiseng Nkosi.
Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us and allowing us into your homes. Today we just together, the whole Blended family, as we promised before that there will be an episode where you get to see all of us, the small ones, the big ones, all of us are together today. So we decided to bring you in one of the activities that we love doing together. So yeah, guys, how was the drive coming all the way here?
Yeah, it was nice. Perfect.
That is too good to be true.
He's lying.
We almost died.
Almost died. I don't know. I've been saying it's a bad idea. No, Mommy wants to drive.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. Stop the car. It's off.
It's not all.
It's on.
It's off, guys. The ignition is off. That's why I'm leaving the car.
Move.
Because the handbrake is not properly.
Move your foot.
My foot is on the side.
Move
now.
this one. Yes.
Yeah. But you must put the handbrake.
No, what I'm saying, when you stop, move your feet. All together.
Jesus, please,
The
man.
car will stop.
Please, Jesus.
And Mommy said we won't die.
Yeah, because you guys are panicking.
I'm not
Okay,
panicking.
thank you for
Good
joining
girl,
us.
Kumo, for not panicking.
Tell them, baby.
You know?
I'm not panicking.
Exactly.
I'm not panicking.
Nice car.
Kids doesn't panic. Only adults.
Panicking, ne, baby.
Yay.
That's your dolly cool. That's your
Mommy, you can sit here.
mommy. You put my dolly.
You don't trust me even in the passenger seat. Okay. Okay, let's try again. How was Mommy's driving coming all the way here?
Son, we're not answering how was the
I think we can skip that question. So the game drive was nice.
so giraffes.
Okay, I'll say it for myself. I drove them all the way here.
Actually,
Have you
we
ever
nearly
seen
died.
a woman driving a game drive car?
drive
Is that what
car.
they call it?
I'm putting Google.
Huh? Is that
I
what they
think it
call
was
it?
just a car.
A game drive truck.
Actually, it looks
Yeah.
like a by 4x4.
By 4 what?
It's a 4x4.
4 by 4, no?
Yeah.
Chedidia, how was Mommy's
It's a
driving?
treasure.
How was Mommy's driving?
Yay. Nice. Anyway, people, this is the squad. We've been getting a lot of pressure from people saying, bring the squad. Bring the squad. So today we decided to bring the squad. You must guess who is who.
Yes.
Remember, we are blended family. You must now go back to the beginning. That when I got into the marriage, I came with children. You must guess yourself. Which children did I bring? Which child did she bring? So we're not gonna say who is from which blood, because now we are blended. You know, it's like a smoothie. When there's already blended, you cannot even see the pineapple, the pawpaw, the mango, the grapes. Everything is one.
Poor.
They're all, what is it?
Poor.
Pawpaw. At least the school fees is paying off. This is Sihle.
Hi, Cisse, the youngest.
Youngest.
Yeah, by far.
Youngest adult, yeah.
Yeah, the youngest adults. Taking care of these people on a daily basis because I can.
Right.
Now we are growing. There's like 7 of us. Yeah,
A lot.
it's a lot. But yeah, we get by every day. Like we spread love every day. It is what it is.
How does it feel being the oldest? Pressure.
Yeah, there's pressure.
Why?
Because it's you.
Me?
It's up to me. You're
I'm
after
like
me.
the sweetest.
And then Joseph is just shy.
Not shy.
He's not shy anymore, apparently. But yeah, Yeah, it's not bad being the oldest. I get to look after you guys when you
This
decide
is the
to
car.
leave.
This is the campfire.
But yeah, it's fun.
The campfire stand.
Well, hi guys. Again. Hi.
Again.
It's the beautiful Minente.
Beautiful man.
I'm the second oldest. Yeah. Just it's nice being in a big family because even though the attention is not
Yes,
like
baby.
always on you, but you have friends within the family, and so it's just
saw
nice
you.
having the siblings around.
Sorry,
Yeah.
baby, okay? You
How
saw
is it like
also-
being in a blended family, Joseph?
As the middle child. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Nothing else is there.
It drops like.
That's all from you.
Okay. So today we tried to make it more comfortable for the kids because now having a sit down will be a bit of pressure for them. So we decided to have a game drive. And this is the first spot that we decided to stop at because if you can see, I don't know how far you will be able to see through the camera,
Done.
but there's a
No,
nice
not
view
done,
where you can
done,
see
done,
around,
done.
almost around the place. So we decided to stop here just to have fun. And behind us here, there's a bit of a history behind this. What do you call it? Cannon. Cannon. And our intelligent boy here, the brains behind this family,
Yeah.
will explain it to us a bit of just a
floor is
little
yours.
bit. That's a little background of what you know, Joseph. What happened here?
The Boers
Yeah.
wanted to take the land over the black Africans. Yes.
And what were
How
they
many
doing with
people
this?
died?
What's this? It's a cannon. They shot cannons 15 kilometers by those mountains.
And do you have any idea how many people died during that time?
No, I don't have.
Okay. And anything else? What did they use to shoot?
They used the cannon.
And then what was being shot in the cannon?
A ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, going back to the game drive, we had a very terrible experience whereby
We almost died.
we almost died.
Yeah, I know.
My young beautiful wife insisted on driving because she said she's driven it before.
What do
I
you
don't
guys?
know.
What do you guys
Maybe-
mean? You almost died.
But I'm talking now. Now,
Even when you were starting the car.
oh yes, that was
killed people.
Yeah, it was difficult. But anyway,
Even Jiggy.
there she is. We thank God that we're all alive.
Yeah.
But there were
Praise
trees
God.
that we had to, remove from the car because she drove into the trees and there were leaves
In
all
the
over.
kids' hair.
We saw giraffes. The
Yes.
first animals. What did you see? The first?
Zebra.
Giraffe.
Zebra.
No,
The first
it was
one.
the zebra.
The zebras.
Yeah.
Okay. And we saw giraffes.
I spotted it.
Oh, you spotted.
Wow.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Rot. That's Mike.
Yeah. Then we saw giraffes. Who spotted giraffes? I wanna hear this one.
I don't take credit if no one's taking it. I don't take credit.
Okay, I think the cameraman spotted the giraffe.
Oh, wow.
But the whole idea of us coming out here is to share with everyone else that these are the moments we go through as a family, as a blended family. We don't get to be together like this all the time because we have other children, the older ones that stay somewhere else. So when we get an opportunity like this, we take advantage of it so that we are able to get together and share nature. So we brought you
There's a lot
to
of
the
something
nature
now.
so that you are able to be comfortable and express our feelings. It's not to say everything is as hunky-dory as you might think, meaning everything is as beautiful as it is.
Dory.
This is how we calm ourselves down after a long, stressful year. We've lost a lot of people, but as a family, we are grateful that we're still here. So, starting from Her Majesty, must just share your own experience of being out here. How does it feel that we together How long? When was the last time we've been together like this?
The last time I was here.
The last time you were here.
But
Now
all of us.
we got
Yeah.
all of us together.
That was,
Rectangle Junction.
No, that's too long.
like,
When was it?
December.
Yeah, at Pappuccino's.
Yes.
Yes.
December at Pappuccino's. So it's a couple of months.
even the time when I came over, when I was
Oh,
done
it was-
writing. It was the beginning of this year.
Oh, right. Just before the lockdown.
I think a month before. So it's been like
Okay.
5 months.
5 months. 5
Yeah.
months since we've all. Those are the dynamics of a blended family. So yeah, 5 months is quite a long time. So we always make sure that whenever we get that opportunity, we have fun, the kids have fun, and we create memories that are unforgettable. So yeah. How was the experience so far?
It's been nice and relaxing. Just grateful to be able to have this experience, you know, with everything that's happening, the pandemic and other issues that are happening in the world. To spend time with family is just a really nice experience. Like we've said multiple times, we almost died, but you know, it's okay. We forgive you, Robbie. But yeah, it's always nice to have all of us around and just be in each other's presence and love each other and
Oh, yeah,
do
we're
stuff
cool.
together. You
Okay,
know.
greet everyone. Say hello.
So that's
What is
Amazon.
your name?
Okay, you must go.
Tell them.
I must answer. For me, being with you guys, like taking time away from school, away from the stress. Yeah, I don't even sleep much lately, but yeah, like being with you guys calms me down. Get time to think and be in my own space as well. And then, yeah,
Your name.
just being with you guys just calms everything down. That's the best way.
We are the calm within the storm.
Joseph.
Yeah, so Joseph, how was it coming?
It was perfect.
Go
No staying at home. GDDF every morning. I want to play games. No, don't watch YouTube. Play games. Too much.
but it's nice overall.
Yes.
To get out the house.
But
It's
then
about
when we
time.
go out, why do you say, okay, I want to go home now?
Yeah, we're going to see.
When you go out to shopping or the mall.
Oh, because walking.
Oh, you don't like walking.
Not too much.
What do you want?
Just sit down at the most and relax.
So how was your experience?
Okay, this is reality.
Yes.
I go
We
through
try-
this every day. You know, attention from these ones. You see now, these ones are pulling me somewhere.
Yes. For me, I had the best time of my life during the drive because I was driving. And I don't know what do they mean they almost died. I mean, look at them. Everyone is still in one piece. And they had, you know.
Yeah, we're going to.
So, yeah, it was a nice experience for me. Okay, to be honest with you, when I said I'll drive that car, I didn't know if I'll be able to drive it.
Mommy! Yo!
I love you too.
No, you're wrong!
We're here again. Fortunately, unfortunately, we had to stop because Sihle had to do a presentation. He's still at school. What presentation was it?
My e-commerce. What?
E-commerce presentation.
Oh, e-commerce.
E-commerce presentation for my fashion line that's soon to be open, right? Right? Just need the moolah. And then I'll be sorted. Yeah, but presenting a template for what I'll actually be working on in the future. So when it starts working, then I can start mixing and matching, putting clothing that I'll be selling. And then, because everything works, it's on the site, just needs to be published. It's just that I was making it for school. So the mix-up here was that
Yes, it's the mix-up. How come the teacher says David was the last student, yet you were supposed to present also? What happened?
so the person who was allocating the time slots mixed it up. So she forgot 2 people from today. So we being moved to the 17th on Monday. So gonna have to re-prepare for my stuff because I was ready today.
Yeah.
Because it was just 10
Shame,
minutes.
man.
Oopsie, sorry.
So then, yeah, just have to get over it, prepare for the next day, and then we'll make sense of it.
Yeah, and that's how it works, you know. Even though we could be like in a place having fun, but some of us are still at school. I'm still at school. I had to skip a
Even you.
class. Yeah, he's also at school. I had to skip a class that we could do the game drive. So, you know, being in a blended family when you're trying to have fun, but then there's also school and work. Even mommy has work, even daddy has work. We all have our little things that we're doing, but we have to make it work in the end.
Just have to find the time.
Yeah, make time.
That is the difficulty of now speaking about Sihle, yeah. Him not being with us full time, so I don't get to know his schedule permanently to say on this day he needs to present, on this day he needs to attend, on this day. So the blended family scenario whereby on certain days or certain weeks or months he must be with mommy one, as you guys they told you about mommy one and mommy two. So I get the end of the stick, you know, when I had to intervene at the last moment. Why is this not done? As maybe you've seen in a scene whereby now I'm questioning the teacher. Why is he not presenting? Because now his time slot, according to what he told me, is that he must present, and now things are no longer happening. But now if we're all together, those challenges they can be prevented. But this is the beauty of a blended family. You need to make it work no matter what. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, we had to try and make means for him to present, but now he's not presenting. So him being away and us being away, that separation can cause a gap. I'm not there for him to cry on my shoulder. This is what is happening. Now we have to just find a way of make it work at the last minute. That is the reality and the sad part of the blended family. As I said in one of the episodes, I mentioned that you cannot wish away children. You cannot wish away marriage. You must just make it work as blended as it is.
Yes, very true. Make it work, make it work, make it work. It's not going to happen on its own. That's the thing with a blended family. Yeah. You know, when you are just a family, you are every day in the house, things can just flow and happen on their own. But when other children are in another household, it's a lot of things. Okay, when we are all together, it's a matter of what are the rules. You know, even for the kids, you have rules in another household. Then there's rules in this blended family household. So they have to literally be flexible all the time. Imagine you are in a household and you must remember, what am I allowed to do in here or not? And I mean, our household is worse. I mean, Daddy is a pastor, so I always feel sorry for the big boy because there's more rules, and I'm sure. And the nice part is that I know for a fact that Mommy too does not also, does not joke also. Mommy one does not joke also. So, that's the nice thing, that when you are parents and the kids know that what is expected of them, but when it's two different households, it won't be exactly the same, So kids have to be flexible and they always have to be aware, what can I do in this house? What can I not do? And we always have to try and make it work. Like me as a mom to the elder kids that are staying with Mommy one, sometimes, I question myself, like, am I being enough of a mom, Mommy two to them? Am I open enough? Like, with having to juggle work, the small kids, and having to try and build a relationship with the big kids.
And we did have this conversation, her and I.
Is it?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We spoke about, going back to one of the rules. I remember...
we were sitting up at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah,
about
and we were talking about, everything in general. Wow. And I was like to Biddy, Mommy 2 doesn't reprimand me as much as Mommy 1. And I don't know how to feel about, you don't know this, but I was like, I don't know how to feel about it, because Mommy 1 is very, okay, she's not very strict, but she's straight to the point, and like if she said she doesn't
like those.
yeah,
do
she'll
better.
say it.
Yeah.
So now with you, I feel like you're a bit
More
lenient,
so.
and you're like, oh no, it's okay. Oh no, you're very nice to me, and
Next time,
I'm
do it
not
like
used
that.
to yeah, and I'm not used to that because, like she said, in the other home, it's like you're doing wrong, fix it. You know, but with her, it's like, okay, you're wrong, but you know, it's okay. Next time, this is what you must do. So I remember Buti and I were having that conversation about reprimanding and how different it is. And I also want to share one thing. I think I messaged you, and you guys told me it was time to sleep, and I was on holiday, and it was like 10.
Oh, yes.
And I usually sleep at like midnight or like, you know, later on. And they were like, it's time to sleep. I was like, what? Time to sleep? Oh, wow. It's too early. So now I have to sit on the bed on my phone until I fall asleep. Eventually I do.
Oh, that's when you were
But-
blowing up my phone.
Yes, I was actually complaining to him. I was like, these people want me to sleep so early. Imagine, it's only 10. I'm on a holiday. But yeah, those are just a few experiences that I've had where it was just experiencing different types of
Into the
parenting
household.
and types of households. So yeah.
Yes, Joseph, you, when it's time to sleep, what do you do?
Complain.
I just
He just stands up. Good morning.
No,
Yeah.
no.
sometimes I just sit there still. I ask mommy, can we watch a movie on Netflix?
Yes, you like to do
Sometimes.
that. You like to do that.
Yeah.
Just to delay the.
Just delete.
But
the
how
process.
do you feel every time we're like, it's time to sleep, it's time to go to bed? Especially now that it's holidays and then we still enforce the bedtime. Well, how does that make you feel?
It's not fair.
It's not fair. I agree. It's not fair.
You were complaining.
Yo, no, I was very upset about it. And you know, it's difficult because in this one household, I have this routine: we wake up, we bath, then it's school, and then I do whatever. And you know, the daycare is on, but at home, well, the other house, it's like a different routine. It's a bit slower or it's a bit faster. And because it's slow on this side, it's because we don't have the bundles of joy.
Yes.
You know,
Twins.
the twins complaining they want to sit with me, but I'm in class. The teacher's asking me a question. What must I do now? So, yeah. And also the distance is a factor because I remember when we had just opened school and we don't have uncapped Wi-Fi. So now every day, like the Wi-Fi will finish so quickly because my meetings are long, 1 hour, 2 hour meetings. So now during COVID, I can't go because it was level 5, and it's like, okay, what am I gonna do? Then Daddy sends data. How much data did you spend?
Yo.
Money did you spend on data?
I can't even remember.
It was
That's a lot of money.
every day or
That's why
every
the
second
Wi-Fi
day.
is always finished.
Yeah.
Now you know.
No, but don't act like you
I'm
don't go to
hardly
school.
home.
Okay, yeah. But anyways, yeah, so even during the coronavirus, I remember we had
Yeah,
to,
that was tough.
yeah, it was very, very tough. And we had to pick me up, like, it's the police.
We were
What are they
praying.
gonna
I was
say?
praying the whole way that I don't meet the police.
Ew.
Though
And-
you had a permit to drive.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now I was driving the opposite way of where I'm permitted to go. Like the address, they write your address on the permit
Your
where you are, and the
workplace.
address of the workplace, and everything is in Century. And there I am driving all the way to Edenville, Greenstone, and I'm like, you know what, God, you make this possible. I
Yeah.
left early in the morning. I think it was 8:00 Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So I think the police were still sleeping. So made it all the way back, nothing. So that was great.
Yeah.
And talking about the pandemic, I think a lot of parents in a blended family or children in a blended family during the pandemic really got affected a lot because even the regulations were difficult because they were looking for
Oh,
things
yes.
when you separated with
Oh,
Mommy
yes.
One,
Let
they
me
were
help
still-
you.
Yeah.
What the regulations were very,
Let me
were very.
help you.
Yeah, let me help you. They're very difficult because in order to go to court to present the separation order, to say this is my child, this is when she's supposed to visit. So it made things difficult. And now to make things worse, Joseph's dad is in another province. So me and him and me, we share the same frustrations. I remember when the schools had to open, I had to call him and say, look, we must agree for him to go to school or to not agree that he must not go to school. So the regulations made our lives a little bit difficult. Bearing in mind that as young as he is, he has his own mind in the new democracy. However, yes, he's too smart for his age. So now we had to now make sure that go to school. Us as fathers, we the ones who saying you'll be fine. So now, how did you feel when you had to go to school during, I don't even know what level it was. It was level 3 or something.
Level 3, yeah.
Where Daddy and Kimberly had to tell you on the phone.
I was like, I didn't want to go to school.
Yeah, he did it.
I just wanted to stay home the whole day.
Why?
Play Minecraft.
Yes, just play, watch movies.
And how was your first experience?
It was not nice.
What happened at school?
I never saw my friends.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's tough, yo.
Go through a lot.
Yes.
But
Okay.
now the frustrations. As a father, I have some frustrations. But before I share my own frustrations, you must share your own frustrations of being part of the Blended family. And you can leave the excitement. Just the things that frustrate you the most. That I know that all of us have got those hidden pains. Hidden pains. Yeah, things that make you realize that things could be better. I just have to live with it.
Okay, so from my side, I would say that probably the frustration I have is not knowing my father. I think the last time I saw him was when I was 12. Before that, like when I was, I think 7. And then before that, when I was still a kid, very young. So the frustration is just not knowing him, and also him not being present. And in your place, you were there. So wanting him to at least try be there the way you were. I know we weren't like always on good terms like we are now. Never used to speak as much because I was also going through my own things. But yeah, that's like the major factor of my life, not knowing who my dad really is. And then, getting to know you, the type of person you are. Apparently I'm a PK. So, yeah. And where I am at the moment, it's all about school. Just make time for school. Don't always go to church. The last time I went to church was the time I came with you guys and then I had to leave after. So having to find time for those type of things as well. Also just to see my friends. Don't see my friends as much as I would like to. I don't even see them at all actually. But then just finding time to make things for other things apart from school, because at the moment everything is about school. So that's another frustration I have right now. And then I would say the last frustration is just that like all the families together, like if we can all be together all the time, that would make a difference. Like remember you had the Nkosi house.
Yes.
I don't know if that's still a dream.
It's still.
But if that's still a dream, like we should make that possible, get that house. Like it shouldn't be a holiday house, it should be a place where we all stay. And we can have our own like space within the house and then come together at the end of the day when we all have time, go through the work we had to overcome through the day. So yeah, those are my 3 frustrations at the moment, and time like also just being a factor because we don't always have time.
Yes, that's true. Time
Your
is the
Majesty.
enemy.
I don't know. I have a recent frustration. I've always like had to share rice with my older brother, but now being in his position with the small ones, I have to share everything. Like not so long ago, I had energy bar.
Yes.
And I didn't even eat it.
Not even a bite.
But it's okay. I'm learning to share and understand them. So yeah, that's a frustration. Also, I don't know, just I'm happy with where we are as a family, but going back and thinking back, we weren't always this close. I wouldn't be standing with mommy too like this, and them not being okay, it was also frustrating me because some hurtful things were said. We had a lot of arguments with my brother and I. We haven't always been the closest of people, but he's my best friend now, so I'm happy. But
you became like best friends from like November last year.
November last year.
So it took how many years?
It took a long time to get to where we are, and it takes time. You mustn't rush things, otherwise it's not gonna turn out the way that you want it to and how it's supposed to be. We didn't start this blended families to show off of how far we've come and all of that. We've also been through a lot of hard and difficult stuff, but I don't really have frustrations. I'm just happy with where we are
currently.
Jobes.
Yeah, the young kids call Joseph Jobes.
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 Yeah.
What's frustrating you, Jobes?
Every time, like, I ask for something, mommy says she promises it on my birthday. But then, the time when my birthday comes, I get nothing. Even last year, nothing. Even year before, nothing.
Sounds a tough man.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Well, Joseph he's a very smart boy.
He's
so
an expensive child.
And very expensive. Okay, in terms of clothing and latest brand, no. But his hobby is like Xbox, which you have to buy like $5,000. And his games are like 800 rand, unless you go to other shops, when you can get it cheaper. BT games, but that was like 400 rand. So the fight that we're having is that I have promised him an Xbox like 2 years ago.
Xbox One.
Xbox One to be specific. And, we go in a family financially, we've got ups and downs. And it's very difficult when you have to promise kids things and you can't deliver because of financial problems. Like, that's another thing in a blended family, because you have kids in the house and outside the home. So financially, you have to make sure that you strike the balance between the kids that are outside, because they are also a responsibility. He's a father. So as a father to the kids, he's got a financial responsibility for them, whether they're in the house or not. And even the kids in the house, he needs to also provide for those. So you get to a point where you need to check sending money to Sisi for school or buying Xbox One. It gets very difficult. But I do try to compensate with some small gadgets. The issue is that he's like smarter than these 800 tablets that I buy from Ackermans. And he's like, Mom, what am I supposed to do with this? The space is finished. I can't do all my stuff. Yeah. So even if I try to compensate, he's very smart when it comes too smart, like technology, like, I remember I once bought him, I don't know how many pieces was that Lego. And I thought he'll take like 5 days. Dude took only 1 hour and he's like, I'm done, I'm bored. I'm like, no. So he for us to strike the balance of making sure we could, 5 years ago, Joseph, we stimulate him. The gadgets that requires him to be happy, and like now, he's like even gone over the Xbox One. Now I need to find a gaming computer. So he's moving faster than us and what we can afford. But I pray every day that eventually we'll get to a point. I know the kids also pray that eventually we'll get to a point where financially as a family, we are able to afford all the kids. And I remember even with Sihle last year, he said we're going to go half and half on a PlayStation.
On PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4.
Xbox One, PlayStation 4.
On his birthday, which was in January. We're still here. We haven't even spoken about it. And I'm always like, he mustn't bring it up. But those are the dynamics. Financially, for parents in a blended family, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. and striking the balance and making sure that you don't focus on one child over the other. And I think we were talking earlier on the game drive about me and Joseph. If ever, like when the kids are saying that I'm not as strict on them as mommy one. I think it comes with the territory of being a stepmom. You're always worried about not overstepping and being too strict on them that now you lose that love and trust. And sometimes you end up being strict on your own child more than you are, because you're trying to, find the balance. Like, I must not make them too upset. And also with Joseph, like, please, I must not make him upset. Like, he must not feel like now that I have these new brothers and sisters, I'm like being shouted at a lot. So being a mom in a blended family, when it comes to disciplining children, is very difficult. I find it even with daddy. Honestly speaking, the other kids can say, I've never had daddy scream at me then.
Why should I?
He will shout at the boys, he will shout at the small kids, but I've never had daddy shout eminently.
No, why should
And
I?
I think
bad now.
no, not in a bad way. I know he's got his struggles. I mean, even with Sitle, the way he disciplines him.
I've never been shouted at.
Yeah, they've never been shouted at, because it's the same struggle that I have. When you are a father and you don't live with your kids, you have that difficulty of being too harsh with the 2 days that you have with them. If it's a weekend, you only have 2 days. If it's a week, if it's holidays, you only have a week. So disciplining the kids, already as a father, you feel guilty that I can't be there with my kids every day. Now when they're there and they do something wrong, and then you have to shout at them like, the small kids, the way he shouts at the twins, no. I mean, he does not shout at the big ones the same way.
The Bible says discipline your children whilst they're still young.
Wow.
So these ones, I got them when they were older already.
Yeah, so
You see, so I have to strike the balance.
striking the balance between making sure that you still remain a loving parent to your children that you're not living with, that obviously as a man you have that guilt, and also as a stepmom and having the kids in the household, while you know that I also have to try and build a relationship, and then being harsh or shouting at them the same way you will shout at the small ones, it does not come that easily. But at the end of the day, you have to make sure that there's discipline. You have to make sure that there's discipline.
Wow, Daddy.
So Joseph,
Yeah.
with you, when it comes to shouting, do you think that I take it overboard, or what do you think?
Not nice.
It's not
Yeah,
nice.
so you speak louder.
I don't think, like, I don't know.
Say it, what you feel. So when I shout at you, I know now I think I'm a bit better, but in Cape Town I think I would be too hard on him. And how would that make you feel when I'm?
I don't remember anything.
You don't remember anything? Oh, great. Great for me.
Wow, mommy.
Okay, so now currently, how would you say are my, like Minnie and Sitle have spoken, how I discipline? How would you describe my discipline strategy or skills?
Maybe like 7 out of 10.
7 out of
10.
10.
So,
Is
what
that
7
good or
meaning?
bad?
I'm bad, 7 out of 10, or I'm good, 7 out of 10.
Like medium, like in the middle.
So sometimes I'm too harsh and sometimes I'm okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, like a ratio of like.
Ratio.
Some philosophy.
You see,
Ratio.
the smart child talks about ratio
No.
and a 7 out of 10. Those are his answers. Like, yeah. But yeah, so
In my lane.
yeah, he's in your lane.
Your lane.
Well, as we conclude, because it's late now. Fortunately, people don't have to sleep. But as we conclude, no matter what happens within the blended family, make sure that you try by all means to make it work. Remember, money will always run away. Inheritance will never last or appreciated, but the time well spent, whether you have food or no food, that time will always last forever. So my advice to fathers who find themselves in a blended family like myself is that try by all means, no matter how difficult it is, try by all means to make time, because the time is the only important factor that will build memories, that will teach children inheritable inheritance, that is education, that they'll never find in the school. So, starting from Her Majesty, it's all about time. I might not be with her, but it's all about time. Sihle West, it's all about time. The little time we get, we must make sure that we spend it fruitfully. We correct certain mistakes where we can. Then come to Joseph. Joseph, I'm with him all the time. But I need to give him the time that he needs according to his passion and desires.
And he prefers spending more time with Daddy than me.
Well, I'm the father. I'm the father. So yes, thank you once again for allowing us in your space. iPod, iPad, or any type of pot that you're using.
What about Samsung? Oh, sorry. I mean, like, what about tablets and computers and what about other stuff? Only pods.
Just say devices.
Just say it.
Yes, device. Okay, say device.
We are the Nkosi family. I'll carry on from where I left. We are blended, as difficult as it is. Stay focused. Stay safe.
Sanitize.
Wear your mask.
Yeah.
Even though
Oh, you're not wearing
But we are family. Okay.
See you next time.
Love you.
Sold Up
Bye.
TV. Remember what they must do?
Subscribe to you on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Yes.
and like.
And like, yes.
And share.
Our page.
Yes.
And who are we on YouTube?
On YouTube, we sold our TV.
Sold Up TV. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your prayers. As we are praying for you also to remain strong, to remain blended. Those who are not in a blended family, we don't leave you out. We pray for you also that may God strengthen you so that you do not end up in a situation where you find yourself being difficult.
Amen.
You are great from the beginning.
Amen. You're great from the beginning. Remember, the greatest of them all, I'll continue saying it, is love. One thing that keeps this family together is love. We have lots of struggles. We have lots of challenges. But I remember, as I'm talking about love, one day we were sitting at a restaurant in Cape Town, and an old lady came to us and said, "Wow, I've been watching you from a distance. I just see love." And that old lady didn't know we were blended. But that
Magam Bean.
to Burger King. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Guys.
By Bayside.
Now,
So love. When we are together like this, that's what people see love, because it's the love that keeps this family as one, knitted as one. So we love to say that we pray that this love that has made us overcome everything that we overcome so far, overflow to your families, so that you may experience the love that will stand against all odds. Thank you so much. Before I start preaching, we love you.
see you
See
next
you
time.
next time. Bye.